Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll talk about ways in which you can create your CV in a better way so that it gets noticed by recruiters. Now, to make you understand about the entire CV flow and format, I'll divide the entire CV into three sections and will explain you each section one by one. So, starting with the first one, which is about the header and the profile summary. Now, talking about the header, it must include your name, your contact details, phone number, email ID, and even your current location. If you can specify, please do. It really helps. And obviously, a one-liner about what you are and what kind of opportunities you are exploring. It's same as the profile heading, which I explained you in another video, in my first video about the Naukri profile heading. Okay, so it could be same. And your picture, if you're okay, then I would suggest you include one, but it's completely optional and it's up to you. Now, coming on to the next important thing is your profile summary. Try to explain your entire career journey in at least 2 to 3 pointer. It's very important. And since none of the HRs or recruiters have, time, especially at the screening stage, to go through your entire CV. So it really helps to give an idea about how has been your career trajectory and, what important work you have done and your expertise. So that's really helps and it's very important. The second important thing is to include your core competencies and key skills. Again, very important, and it acts as a while searching for profiles, whatever the recruiters or the HR key in the keywords, these core competencies and key skills really help to filter out your profile. So please do ensure that you mention these in your profile at the top. Now, in the first section only, one second. All right. So, if you want, you can include a career timeline, which is optional and depends in case you have worked in more than 2 to 3 organizations. And obviously, if you have space in the CV, try and include one career timeline. It actually helps to tell clearly which in which organizations you have worked and what duration. So it's a good idea to include one. Now moving on to the next section, which is again an important one, talks about your work experience. Uh, Obviously, it's a known thing, but I am reiterating it that you should start with your recent job, or should be mentioned at the top. Include the name of the organization, the location, and duration. From which year to which year you have worked over there, month and year. It's mandatory. Plus, include one liner that specifies your current job at that particular organization or what you are taking care of. Then go on and list your important job responsibilities, your KRAs, and it could be in brief, it could be only the most important one. Don't elaborate each and every single thing what you do in your job profile, but the important ones. And then you can list down the key projects which you have been doing in your, recent job or which must have been completed. Do mention while talking about your projects, do mention each of the outcome for each and every project and specifically try and mention it in numbers or percentage. I'll give you an example. Let's say you are into HR profile. So one of your projects could be that, you have redesigned the entire induction program for the new joiners and which resulted in a 20% reduction in the attrition, overall attrition, right? So you have specified what was the impact of your entire project, right? It's a good way to tell the organization or the recruiter that what work you have done. So always do that. And in case you have worked in more than 2 organizations, so always clearly specify the KRAs and the key projects for the top two organizations, the recent ones. And for the rest of the stints, it's, in two, three liners, if you can just give a gist about the roles that you were handling. And in case you feel that, any one or two project which was very, very important and it could be an add-on point for your, the current position for which you are applying. So do mention that, otherwise you can skip it and keep it minimal. Okay. Now, coming on to the third section, it talks about, any kind of certifications that you have done throughout your career professional journey. It's really good to have. And this is all about earning, brownie points and what could set you apart from the rest of the people that you have applied for the post. Right. And also, you can talk about any kind of recognitions or awards that you have got. Do mention about it. And but be ready, if you are talking about any kind of certifications, do ready to learn thoroughly what was the outcomes and what were your learnings in that course, because obviously that could be one of the, questions that could come up. So just be ready with that. Now moving on to the last but not the least important section, it mentions about your education. If you want, you can move up your education details at the top of your profile before starting with your work experience. That is also a good place in a entire CV format to talk about your education. And always write, your highest education, which is your post graduation, and then you can talk about your graduation or any kind of, diploma or anything that you have done. If you want, you can skip your 10th and 12th schooling details. That's really not important. Right? And if you want, you can include your personal details, which is, your home address, your languages known. It matters because in case someone is looking for a area specific profile, maybe for, South India, the hiring is going on and they want somebody who speaks the local language, this really helps. So do mention that as well, and obviously your date of birth. So this is about the entire CV format. And in case you have any questions, any queries related to what I've explained in the video, you can comment below in the section, or you may directly contact me on my email ID, which is anuja@talentoyster.in. All right. Bye-bye for now.